Well, there's plenty of room around this little guy. I gotta go outside and trim a section of bushes that has a spider in it. But once I get that done, I'm gonna come back up here and see if I can't make the brakes work a little better on this little guy. Cute thing, ain't it? Runs good too. I think if I can get it where I think it'll stop a little bit, I'm gonna drive it to a little show this afternoon. Alright, now we're back on the Crosley. Remember, the rotors were pretty rusty, and I adjusted the brakes so they had a little drag, and I spun that wheel about 30 seconds ago and it's still spinning, so I think it's breaking in a little bit. So I'm gonna adjust them up one more time, maybe with a little more drag than I had last time, and we'll see what happens. Decided to throw the charger on it just because, well, it didn't have voltage regulator, so obviously it wasn't charging from the time I got it from Cutworm and back here and messed around with it and stuff. But I drove it a few miles. Sounds like she's out there trying to chop up rocks with a lawnmower. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, the charger says the battery's at 83%, so that's a good sign, I think. We'll let her charge a little while. What is she doing out there? She was rolling those wheels around I bought from the preacher. Nice set of GM truck rally wheels for 30 bucks. Too bad I don't have a truck they fit. Well, I do have one truck, but it's already got some on it. It might be good though for a little Mrs. truck when we decide to put 5 lug wheels on it and change it over to disc brakes. Man, I got a ton of stuff to do. Look at you all sweaty. What you been doing?
Working.
Doing what?
Trimming bushes, mowing the yard, moving your junk.
What junk? I don't have any junk.
Excuse me.
You
Tires.
gotta be careful what you say, young lady. You don't want to offend me.
If you be careful, I might not mow and cut your grass and trim your bushes.
Okay. Alright. She won that one. Alright, I adjusted it with a little drag. Let's see how that works. I'm going to adjust them all that way. Alright, this is at the driver's side before I touched it. It's just got extremely slight drag. I'm going to tighten it up too. Can I do what?
Can you raise the height of the push mower?
It's hot out there. I don't want to go out there.
I know it's hot out there. I've been out there since about 1:30. No, 1 o'clock. Took a break at 1:30.
I was right, it is hot out here. I went down and fired up the 66 and moved it. I didn't want to offend you people with a cold start though. But it did start right up. That's what I wanted to show, 63 impaled. Pretty cool, huh? I'm gonna go out and drill a little hole in a spot in the bottom of those pipes. Let that water out. I thought I had one, but I'm sure I had one. It probably is just plugged up with rust or something, so. Let the water out of there. That's pretty bad there. Good little bit of water in there. Sounds better. Been sitting too much. There's smoke there. Goodness, look at it run now. Pipes must have been full. Don't do this, kids. This is a good example of bad behavior. Bad behavior. I should have built them flat. But I never did. Yep, a good example of bad behavior. Oh, I was going to show you something on the van. No use dwelling on it, right? There's the grill for the front and all the doghouse aluminum and an extra set of mud and snows and some crankshafts from back in the day. Bunch of extra parts, oil pan. Check that out. Man could do some wiring with that. Here's some stuff Stowbolt 50 might like. Check out that. Can't get it to focus here. Amp meter, that's pretty neat. Kind of smells bad in here. Oh yeah, look over there. Some old carnage. I don't remember what that came out of, but probably some project I had 20 years ago or so, or more. I think there's a seat for a Rupp mini bike. I don't know what happened to the rest of it. Whew, it's hot out there. Look at that. I swapped a 2-barrel intake and carb for this. Probably that intake and carb I had was more valuable, but it's a Edelbrock TM1. I think that's from the 70s maybe. And a single line Holly. We can melt that down and make some aluminum stuff out of it, I guess. Alright, enough distractions. Just brakes on the back. Alright, I've checked it over pretty good. We got a little brake pedal now. Didn't have, it went to the floor before, so that's a good sign. The battery's charged up good, looks like. I checked the oil, checked the antifreeze. I think it's good to go. I need to figure out some way to strap that battery down or something. Cute little guy, ain't it? If I can get it stopping good, it'll be a lot more fun to drive. But now I need to pick up some tools. I got tools everywhere. Junk, trash, garbage, used motor oil. You name it. There's a helmet I was hunting for the other day. Here's my wire supply. I scavenge all that wire. Pretty handy to have around. Actually, instead of cleaning up, I just realized what I need to do is go get cleaned up and head down to that little car show. Time got away from me here. I had a little Nerf gun war with a little man. That was kind of fun. It was a hot fire zone in here for a little bit. Crosley. That's what I'm talking about.